this is Gray Hill and doing something a little different today. Not entirely unheard of. I've designed blueprints on the stream before, but I'm going to do that again today. So that means I'm going to finish setting a few things up to check some settings and such. Bring up my chat windows, all that good stuff. Okay. All right. I think everything is looking good. Wonderful. Okay. So the plan is, so big picture wise, in my playthrough that I've been playing, we've gotten up through, we're working on like the purple and yellow science. I'm not going to launch the rocket for a long time. Setting up rail systems and defenses and so on. And maybe I'll get to that. Maybe I don't know how much time I'll spend on the blueprints, but I felt like it today. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to be using Factory Planner. So let's see if I can get at that. Yes. So this is Factory Planner. Use it for designing factories. How about that? Planning and designing factories. Well, it's like a calculator. Tells you how many machines of each kind you need, that sort of thing. And then there's also, of course, rate calculator, which you can put over machines that you've already built. Right. So what this is going to be is for the transitional base. So it's going to be using a lot of, it's going to be using beacons, and it's going to be using tier 1 modules. So tier 1 production modules, tier 1 speed modules. And that is to get us closer to a stage where we could ramp that up to tier 3 modules. Right? So, but for me anyway, I think this going through the tier 1 phase, maybe it takes more time or something, but yeah, I'd like to get science going at about 200 or so. Knock out all of the kind of like the low hanging fruit in the infinite research. So these researchers that are measured in 4 digits rather than 7 digits, right? So that's doable with a 200, and it's something that can be happening while I'm like building infrastructure and so on. So anyway, that's the theory. So let's get it down to the actual maps. So what I've figured is, when you look at purple science, so at 200 with tier 1 beacons, and that's with 8 tier 1 beacons, so up and down each side, and 7 assemblers, each with 4 prod 1 modules in them. You can take a red belt of rail tracks. I'm sorry. So that will deplete 1 compressed red belt of rail. So that's where I decided on my cutoff for 200, because I want to kind of keep the base small and simple, and there's nothing to stop me from, depending on how things are going, is to stamp down a second 200 science per minute base somewhere. Okay, so this is going to be relying on all of the intermediates coming in on the bus. So the only inputs to this base will be plates, steel, green circuits, blue circuits, red circuits, petroleum, and probably lube and acid can be made on site. Sulfur can be made on site. Oh, and plastics will be trained in. So I'll have all that stuff will be done like remotely. So that's what we're transitioning to, is a place where all that stuff can be brought in. But when all that's done on the map, I want to have blueprints to stamp down, and I feel like designing blueprints today. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm kind of like over this. I'm going to put down some different tiles for something different to look at. Let's see. I think actually I'll just use stone. For a change. Oops, what did I do? There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna put down a get rid of some of the stuff I'm carrying around that I don't really need. Everything's gonna be red pelts. Don't need all these. Don't need any blue pelts. Don't need anything blue. I'm gonna work with trains, probably. Not gonna be working with nuclear items. Need any intermediates. And I probably won't need text plates. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Now, where to start? So if I think I'm going to do it kind of one factory at a time. So let's start with, I guess, red and green science. I have made these blueprints in one of my other saves. I can't figure out which one. Anyway. Let's get all this stuff on hand. Of course, we'll need a lot of modules. And I'll add some red belts. So we'll say that's the bus. And here we go. Okay, I want beacons would start here. And actually, they would start here. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to align these up. So the way I always, whenever I use a bus-based system, I like to have 6 wide belt sections, and then on either side of the bus, I want 6 spaces in between for just spaghetti or a path or what have you, right? Actually, what I'll do a lot of times is I'll have a 6 spaces for a path that you'll see on my current map, and then another 6 spaces for like the spaghetti. But in any case, whenever it gets to where the factories are, there's going to be this like a, it's going to, I want the beacons to be lined up, right? So let's start with the first one. So this will be, can be moved over 1. Okay, so that's caught by this one. And okay, let's read science. And that is, let's get some power here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to set up one of these and one of these, and then I can always replace it once I get to using the real thing. But I just don't want to see stuff blinking. So I'm pause. I'm going to go ahead and tick the game a little bit to get everything going, and then use. So I'm looking for 200 science per minute. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I need to get modules in all these. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so now this one is producing like 1/5 of the 200 science per minute we need. So let's copy. And okay, so there we go. So now, so this is at the 208 science per minute. It was easy as that. The belts are fairly easy as well. So this needs copper and gears. Now, I make my intermediates at the factory, right? So when I can. So let's see. Down. Fairly sure that one of these will support all 5. So let's find out. Okay, so yeah, one is overproducing. One gear assembler is overproducing. Some coffee. So now it's a matter of figuring out how to arrange these. So and I also, I think for this base, if the bus is on the left, I'm going to output to the right. And the reason for that is because there are other factories that, like, say like blue science, yellow science, where you bring stuff in, it changes the engines into electric engines, and then it changes the electric engines into robot frames and so on. So that needs to progress. And sometimes those are sharing belts. So I'm going to set this so the design principle for all these is that the output is going to go up to the right. So let's just kind of rough draft this down. Copy this over here. And we'll say this outputs like that's what we're missing. Red science. And we'll probably have to rearrange all these. Now, all I have to do here is, if this bottom one is going to be the input, I can bring in copper on this side. And I can bring in iron here. I can't, honestly, I don't know if I need, I don't know if I need these stack inserters for this, but we'll try it either way. All right, so let's get a oops. That looks set. I'm gonna go ahead and run this off to nowhere and put a thing to eat up all the science I make. And let's see how many. Now I'm going to design this with green science, basically, like right next to it. So. And then there's going to be some wonky things. So I'm going to leave that for now, even though I have extra. I'll leave that. All right. But let's go ahead and fire it up. Prove that it works. And then I'll think about putting in like power poles and whatnot. Okay, let's slow this down and see what is causing this. Item ingredient shortage. Oh. Okay, I need to... Okay, so this is a thing when you're testing stuff out. Make sure that I found this out the hard way. Make sure that your research is where it needs to be for the whatever that you'll be using. So in that case, I hadn't researched my inserters bonuses. And what's going on with my... There we go. Okay, speed up to normal time. Okay, so now we see that these inserters are pausing, so they're probably can be replaced with blue ones. Okay. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to find out. I've never played with these before. So insanely fast, energy-free lab. Let's see what this. I'm just curious what this does. I mean, I'm assuming that it. And the reason I want to play with that is because I want to see what. Let me look at this view. Okay, so it is producing at 200 and some a minute. But the consuming doesn't show up either way, so. Not entirely sure what the testing purposes are of these, but I'll take it. Do I need to research something? I guess not. Okay. I don't know what that's for. All right. So this is getting into the item ingredient shortage. So it might be better to upgrade. Actually, we might need the... It'll work either way. I'll wait, the difference isn't it's like the difference doesn't matter to me that much. So okay, I've decided that I'm going to call that working. Let's get another row here. So know that this one is going to make. Let's try this. So we need an input of. So okay, let's start over. We need to make belts and inserters for the green signs, of course. So let's do this. Okay, well, let's just do the guesstimate before we start setting up the assemblers. Let's just do the guesstimations. That's going to those. This is going to make these. Not put blues in those, and the green circuits are going to come in from somewhere. So, let's see what we're missing. Oh, I need to get production modules in these. Okay, overproducing basically everything but the gears. So I want to know which one of these hogs the gears the most. So maybe so that requires 330. Let's get down. Let's go back for a second here. Okay, so this requires 5.5 a second. The belt's 11. This makes 6. So we need 2 gear assemblers, or 2 gear, yeah, assemblers. Okay. Do I need 2 for either one of them? So this makes, let's say, we'll just call it 7. This requires, this will get by with 1. This will get by with 1. Okay, so they can be separate. All right, so let's do this. Actually, I'm going to make this the belt, and this can be the inserter. That means I have to run green circuits. Not as far. All right. Now I need an input of iron. And I need I think seeing as how these 2 belts will combine, make it so that the output comes out this way. Okay. Now, these, I remember I need to do something wonky with to get them down to closer to 2008, I need to do something wonky, or I suppose I could just overproduce them. I don't think it matters that much for this at this stage. Maybe not. Maybe I do need to. Let's put them on the top. Okay, that's pretty close. I guess I can go one more. Actually. Maybe this is, maybe I misremembered. Okay, that's good. Actually, and these all need to move over. Okay. All right, that's better. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna be pissed if I look in here and find out that I've already started at 208. Okay. Okay, good. Like a blueprint book. Do I want to call it 208 or 2? I'm just going to call it 200 SPM, even though it's waivers up and down. And okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. Beacons. There, yeah, sure. Okay, what are we looking at here? I want to make sure that something about copying these empty ones doesn't like it, and it doesn't like being placed at the end of a belt already for some reason either. Okay, this one. I kind of just want to make sure everything runs okay when it's not backed up. And apparently it does. Now, if I want to put these together, and if I wanted to do something fancy, I wonder if... And this is one of those things where you have to ask yourself if the juice is worth the squeeze. Now, these are flickering off. They aren't running full time. Output full. I don't care about output full. I do see an item ingredient shortage every so often, but it's letting stuff go off the end of the belt too. So I'd call that good. So that means I can get by with one less input from the belt. Isn't a huge deal, but it's a deal. All right, let's check the stats just to make sure. Okay, so that's a problem. Why is it only making 174 a minute? Why? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That changes everything. Okay, this is where I think go 3. Hmm. 232. I could swear when I set this up, it lined up with right on the nose. All right, so I think I'm going to err on the side of I want overproduce. going to remove speed. There, that's close enough for me, I think. Let's try it. Okay. That will do, I think. Now, am I still making enough of everything? Will anything stop? I'll find that out. Is speed up time. I could also just use the rate calculator, but I like to see it with my own eyes. Okay. So there are inserters going off the end of the belt, so that's good. And if I wanted to, I could always put a speed module in the inserter assembler. That's not a big deal at all. Whoa, did that thing go? Okay, so that's what I need to do. So that is shutting down every so often. Let's put try 2. And so now it just went into the red again. Let's see what that looks like. But it's making enough, so I'm gonna call it. I decided I don't care that it's missing a few here and there. Because I don't need that the full. I only need it to make what it's making right now. I don't need it to make. I need it to be perfect. Yeah, I don't need it to make the whole 214. I just want it to, because most of the other stuff is going to come out on paper to be 208. So that's figuring out that. So I would say everything looks okay. Let's get rid of these. I think I'm happy with this. I think this is acceptable. No, it is. Okay, so it's showing up as 207, 208 on the 10-minute one. Same thing. Yeah, I'm calling it okay. It's close enough for government work, but on the other hand, it wouldn't. It's the one. I don't think, unless that's going to make. I'd rather it overproduce just a little bit than underproduce. I don't even know if that made a change. Maybe. Looks like it might have. Yep, I'm calling that good. That blue. So I'm going to blueprint this and move on to the next one. I don't need that. I do want those to leave the map. I want this to leave the map, and that's good. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. I don't know. I never did decide whether I want that green inserter there or not. I think I decided that it's probably necessary enough, but doesn't matter. All right. So what's the next one I want to do? So at this stage, there's not really any point in, there's nothing saying that if I'm going to arrange things, they need to be in the particular order. So, but then there's no reason for them not to be either. So military science takes red circuits, which will be bust in. It's going to make sulfur on site. It's going to take steel. And iron to make the pipes and gears for the engines. And then that requires 12 assembly machines. All right. Now, I'll work on military next. Just because it means if I do put them in that order, that like you'd usually build them, then I think it's like fewer assemblers. So military takes copper, steel, stone. I've been toying with the idea You know, really, I could just bring stone in and put... I could just bring stone in and make the bricks on site too. I'm going to try that design, I think. I wouldn't do it for the starter base, but I think for this one it wouldn't hurt. I can always fix it later or try something different later. So, just out of curiosity, I think that was 12. Oh, I'm making a military though. I don't need 12. I need 5. Then this will make my walls, and I guess no, these will make stone. Can't set recipes on these, so I guess I need to. Let that tick a couple times. There we go. And now, all right, I need more bricks. So, oh, wait a minute. Let's put some prod modules in those. Oh, I need more anyway. That's fine. Yeah, need more bricks. What's going on here? Something doesn't seem right. So I'm overproducing. This overproduces by 195. And it's capable of 390. So this is making, so basically I just make one of these. I don't know, maybe bringing it, maybe bringing in the bricks is a better idea. That just doesn't seem right though. So it's saying it needs 2,000 to operate full time, so it needs 1,000 ish. To operate at half the time. Oh, I see what happened. All right, now let's see what it is. Oh, that's still. So that's only making 405. Yeah, I'm starting to think I'm just going to bring stone bricks in. So I also need to truck bricks in. If I don't make them on site. If I don't make them on site, what else do I need bricks for? I don't need them for purple science. Oh yeah, I do. I need it for purple science for the for the whatchamacallits, the electric furnaces. All right. The other thing I can do is when I set up these factories is just make a dedicated row of brick smelting somewhere. So that might be the play. How about... So let's look at the factory planner for this. So this needs 59 of these per minute. That's not what I wanted to do. This. So I need 6. Excuse me. I need 6 for purple science. And it looks like I need 8. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just have a 4 of these somewhere. And for now, I'll pretend that they're coming in. Okay. All right, so this is overproducing. Wait a second, how come that's not? Oh yeah, I forget every time. Okay, so overproducing the bricks, that's good, or the walls rather. All right, let's find out how many grenades it needs. I could put speed modules in those. Let's try that. There we go. So it looks like we need 3 grenades. That works. And piercing rounds. So this is just the math part. This isn't the arranging everything part. Might as well put speed modules in those two. Okay. Looks like just one. Looks like, nope, we need two. And we can put less. Fewer speed modules. Those. I'm gonna call that. Wait a minute. One? Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. No, I'm gonna call that good. That's fine. Now, how many? What if I made just one of these and put 4 speed modules in it? Yeah, looks like that will be plenty. All right, so we have walls. Let's try the whole thing. Yeah, everything's, I'm overbuilding on some, but that's okay. All right, now let's move things around here. These off to the side for a bit. I'm gonna need to step away from my computer for a couple of minutes, let the doggy out. Be right back. Okay. Okay, so now it's getting a little more complicated with the layout because these output that. Good. And we also have the problem of bringing in, now, how much? These are taking in, okay, half a belt of each is good. So that's fine. Oh, just a sec. All right. So I can bring in for these half a belt. Now, you know what? This probably doesn't need to be taking advantage of all of those. Let's see what happens when I put the output in a requester. Or rather in an infinite chest. Okay. So by slowing this down, I get it closer to. I think that's. I don't see. Now, problem is that is not going to output to. It's going to output to a belt. Also need to figure out like which belt. This is taken for the coal. A similar arrangement needs to be made for the copper and steel. We also need to bring in iron. Okay, sorry to keep on doing this, but I need to take one more quick break. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, thank you for waiting. All right. This. Okay, iron is coming in here. So does it need to stop the coals here? All right. Or something along those lines. Eh. Now. Oh, this is tricky. Okay. Doable, but it's tricky. No, these have to go. Do they? They kind of do. Let me have a coffee and a think about this. Okay, so I have a belt, a mixed belt of iron and coal coming in on the left. That takes me through grenades and the yellow ammo for the piercing rounds. I need to figure out a way to run. I think maybe what I have to do is have a way to get grenades and walls on the same belt, and then just bypass that belt past all of the ammunition creation stuff, and then I'll have coming out of that a belt with grenades and walls, and then another belt with piercing rounds on the inside, and outputting to that same belt the military science. Okay, let's try that. So we'll just rough that in like so. This. It's done there. So it can come down. Right? Something's still not right. This needs to be one of these weird type deals. Such. That look weird. That looks better. Okay, so now the output is coming in like so. Oh, that was right. Okay. Okay. That's fine. So this is Copper and steel. Wait a minute, what was this coming in here? I think I was thinking that was going to be iron, but it's not going to be. Right? It's going to be something else. This is the output to a belt. And it can be that one. Okay. This is going to be that's going to be the iron and steel. All right, let's start seeing how all this measures up here. Copper there. We steel here. Complete those connections. Okay. See what it looks like if it all works together. If I'm not mistaken, it's working. This... No, what are you doing? Over here. Output coal. Oh. And... pause. So let's do this number again. Output left the bullets. And this. Come up. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and terminate this. See what it looks like. Oh, these need to pick up somewhere as well. So all of this needs to move to the right one. There you go. Something like that. It worked. By golly. Wait a minute. This last one's not operating because it doesn't take anything in. It's over. Right? Now it is working. All right. That's doing well enough, I think. Do I need to add? No, I don't think so. Nope. Speed it up a little bit and watch the real-time actual stats here. Okay, so this isn't good. What's the problem? Okay, it's starved of balls. Okay, that's probably fixable. This can be expanded out to 3. That's a really fast recipe too, so I should have looked. It might have been that my inserter is the part that wasn't keeping up. But this puts it with more. Let's see what that is. Okay, not happy with that. What I something like this. And if that doesn't fix it, then I'm going to put speed modules. Am I getting to output full on this? No. It's only an item ingredient shortage. Fine. I didn't do anything. Why would it? Oh. Well, I think in either case, no, still not happy over here. I thought, okay. Looks like I need, somehow I ran short an assembler somehow. Oh. Or one, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1. Okay. So these are not staying happy. I need to completely start over, I think. I don't think my grenades are enough. Okay. And because of IRL stuff, I need to end the stream here, so I'll just have to remember to... Grenades. I have... Oops. Oops. Well, this was a short one. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye.